I know cleaning every day can sound exhausting. Some people hear that and they think, I don't want to spend my whole life cleaning, and I get it and I've been there, but cleaning isn't the goal. Peace is the goal. So we don't want to have the stress of feeling like everything is piled up. There's a time when cleaning meant spending the entire Saturday trying to recover from the week. I'd look around and I'd have no idea where to even begin. Every room felt like another big project, and it just needed so much attention. It was so exhausting. And now I look at cleaning differently. It's not about perfection, it's about protecting the home I've worked so hard to simplify. One of the biggest reasons we can clean every day is because it protects our peace. There's something so calming about waking up to a home that feels manageable, and it doesn't have to look like a magazine. That's not the goal. I just want it to feel like a place where my mind can rest. Another reason is because small resets prevent huge cleaning days. I'd rather spend 15 minutes putting things back where they belong than lose an entire weekend or days piling up and weeks piling up that I have just been nonstop cleaning hours on end. I've realized that our home stays tidy when I give little spaces a little bit of attention every single day. Our home also teaches our children every single day. They see us make the beds, they see us wiping the countertops, they see us putting things away after we use them. They learn to take care of things, and we've been given these things and they're a blessing to our lives, so we want to take care of them. One of the things I hear the most is, I don't even know how it got this bad. And honestly, that's how clutter works. It doesn't happen overnight. It builds up one purchase, one keepsake, one box at a time, until the day you look around and you realize you're carrying the weight of 10 to 20 or even 30 years of stuff. For some people, it's even more than that. They're left sorting through their parents' or grandparents' belongings, and suddenly they're responsible for 60 to 70 years of possessions, and it's overwhelming. I've had people come to me in tears saying how they've been depressed, how they've gained so much weight, and how it's just taken such a toll on them caring for their parents' possessions. And I think if we can take responsibility now and get a hold of our clutter now, that's something that generations behind us won't have to deal with. I know for me, I would way rather my kids talk about an experience that they had rather than the things that I had in my closet that they weren't allowed to touch because they were so valuable. But they knew they were up there, but they didn't get to experience it or enjoy it, because a possession doesn't hold the weight as a memory, as an experience. And the biggest part, something I'm so adamant on talking about, is that we do not hold any guilt here. This is a space where we come to realization and we start, we move forward. We don't look back. We're grateful for the time that God's given us, and we just take the opportunity to say, I'm going to change. I'm going to be different from this day forward. I'm going to stop these bad habits. I'm going to first acknowledge the main issue, see what triggers my brain into feeling the need to constantly consume and bring things into my home. And that's a beautiful thing. Change is possible. We can create a space that is welcoming and enjoyable for our friends and our family. One step at a time, my friends. It's easy for us to blame the house for the issues that lie within. Well, if I had a nicer house, I would be more motivated to clean. Okay, that's nice, but that's not going to change anything. You have to take what we already have and make it the space you want it to be, because our circumstances aren't going to change unless we change. It's kind of like the more stuff we own, the bigger task it becomes. So the more space we have in a home, the easier it is to fill up. So I want to remind you that decluttering isn't about going out and buying all the new containers to decorate your pantry so that it looks aesthetically pleasing when you put your cereal in the box. That's not the goal at all. The goal is to have functionality when it comes to knowing where things go, not delaying the process of actually putting things away because your mind is so cluttered with the clutter. And I just want to remind you that having more bins, having more things to organize that is also a task. So if there's a lot of clutter, you're adding on an extra task by making yourself put the things into the other bin. Just start putting things where they go and taking things out of where they do not go. When I had clutter everywhere, the biggest struggle I had was before I could vacuum, I would have to pick up the toys. Before I could wipe the countertops, I would have to move the piles. Before I could feel like I could relax, I would have to feel the pressure of wanting to clean the space that I'm sitting in. And as I started letting go of the stuff I didn't truly need, that's when everything changed. Cleaning became maintenance instead of a recovery. Instead of spending hours of resetting the house, I could spend 15 minutes of tidying, and then I could actually enjoy my day. It actually felt weird to not have to feel the pressure to clean my house 24/7. A decluttered home doesn't mean life is perfect. We still make messes and mistakes, but we have the laundry done, the dishes done, and that's something in our brains that can just be checked off the list. So if you're watching this and you feel overwhelmed, please do not think you have to change your whole house today. You don't. Just start with one drawer, one shelf, one corner of your room. Small decisions made consistently create incredible transformations over time. A peaceful home isn't built in one weekend. It's built with little choices we make every single day. And that's why we clean every day. Not because we love cleaning, but because we love the life it gives us. Less stress, more peace, more time, more freedom. And for me, that is always worth it. If this encouraged you today, I would love for you to follow along. We are creating homes that are made easier to live in, and we just love spending less time cleaning and more time living. And that is the goal here. Stay so motivated, so encouraged, and I will see you in my next video. Here's a prime example. This day I decided to clean my kitchen because I did not do my closing shift, which is just doing the dishes, wiping down the countertops, sweeping up the floor, and I went to the park with my friend, and then she ended up coming over to our house to play some more. And if I would not have done this, I would have been quite embarrassed, but I was in the routine of just getting my house put back in shape, 10 to 15 minutes. And I did this, and I told her, I confessed to her, I am so glad that I cleaned my house before you came, because we are all human. We all make mistakes. We all make messes. And the beautiful thing about life is we get to clean and we get to pick them up and we get to do better for the next day and create those small habits that transform our lives. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.